Hi, I'm Parker Booth, and this is my story with a point speech. So, when I was 17 years old, I was at my friend's house, and he's got a little bit of land, and my dirt bike was in the back of my truck. And I thought it'd be a good idea if I just backed it out by myself. And so I was walking down, and my ramps have holes in them, and I was walking down backwards, and my foot slipped through the ramp, and I fell on the ground, and then my dirt bike rolled out and fell on top of me, and all my friends saw and ran towards me and grabbed it off of me and helped me, and I was in so much pain for the rest of the night, and I thought I was okay. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. So then the next morning I woke up at noon, hung out till 2, and I went home and told my parents what happened. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, we need to go to the hospital." So at 2 o'clock we went to the hospital, and I ended up getting x-rays, and I cracked these 2 ribs, and I was in a lot of pain. And my 3 points are, don't be afraid to ask for help from your friends, even though you might be embarrassed. It's still okay to ask for help. Point number 2 is don't be scared to admit when you're hurt, because that can lead to more pain. And point number 3 is know your limits, and don't be arrogant, because you can get hurt. And so to elaborate on the first point, if there's no shame in asking for help, especially if you're actually friends with the people you're around. They won't hesitate to help you, because in my situation, I didn't ask for help, and it got me hurt, and hospital bills are expensive. My second point is don't be scared to admit when you're hurt. I probably should have gone to hospital as soon as it happened, but I just didn't want to make a big deal out of it, and so I waited till the next day. And cracked ribs are different, but if I would have heard something else, it could have led gotten worse the longer I waited. So never be afraid to admit when you're hurt. And to elaborate on point number 3, always know your limits. I thought I could do it by myself. I was a little too confident, and didn't even say anything to anybody, and I just did it, and I winded up in the hospital. So, and then my conclusion, to sum up those 3 points: don't be afraid to ask for help from your friends. Don't be afraid to admit when you're hurt, and know your limits, because it can get you hurt. And be careful. I guess the main point of the story is be careful on dirt bikes, because they're very dangerous, and they can get you hurt and lead to more pain. And always just be careful, outside of dirt bikes and everything. Always just be careful with everything, and make sure that you're being safe with all your friends and the activities that you're doing. And always be safe and ask your friends for help.